I hate saying that we have an announcement or we have something to say, or I hate doing that because I don't want to scare anybody, especially the folks that came in from the U.S. preferred side with the merge, because the last thing I want you to think is there's going to be something drastic to worry about. So I only did this delicately because this is an important announcement. And there's a couple things I want to talk about this evening, but we'll go quickly here. I know it's a little bit later on in the evening, so I promise we'll go fast, but I'll just cut right to the chase. Here we go. Gary will no longer be our designated broker. In place of Gary will be Stacy Smedstead, whom you all know more than likely. She was our designated broker with DeLex prior to the merge with U.S. Preferred. Just so everybody knows, from the position of the company, I just want to say very clearly how much we appreciate Gary, how much, frankly, I mean, from the standpoint of, from my side, obviously I've worked with Gary now for about a year, and honestly, I can't say anything bad about Gary. And this decision was made mainly because I think Gary's just in a position in time where it's just time for him to do something and different. And I think he doesn't want to be tied behind a desk anymore. I can't say as I blame him. It's the whole reason I'm not the designated broker, folks. It's not something I would want to do myself. So I can't disrespect him for that. And I must tell him thank you for all the hard work that he put into the brokerage over the years. And I know there's a few people that want to say a few things about this, but Gary, if you're out there listening, thank you for all your hard work for the company, and much appreciated. And of course, I do feel, though, the best person on this call to speak is, I want to give Tina a chance to speak about this. So hold on one second. Tina, you should be allowed to speak right now.
Hi there.
There you go.
Okay, you can hear me?
Everybody, yes, you are live.
Okay, I didn't know if you could hear me. I have a different headset on. Yes, Gary has made a decision it's something he's talked about over the years, and has even handed me his resignation a couple times, but I've talked them out of it because I needed him. And now he knows that everything is good with me, and he has decided to move on. And, of course, we wish him nothing but the best. Gary, as you all know, is like my brother. Our relationship is definitely not ending because of this. We will maintain our brother-sister-like relationship, and he has my utmost respect and my love, and he will truly be missed. I don't think Stacy's going to appreciate me going into the office and yelling at her like I used to yell at Gary and give him a hard time, but maybe we'll get to that point. No, as you guys know, I know you're going to miss Gary, but we're in really good hands. I'm really excited about what's coming forward. Gary is going to be always there for you guys. He's always going to be with a telephone call away. If you ever need anything from him, he has already told me that he'll be happy to talk to anybody. We wish him well on his new adventure. I know he's going to kill it because that's the way Gary does things. But we are excited about Stacy and Slava. Both are going to be in the office on a regular basis, so we're really excited about that. I hope that everyone who hasn't got a chance to meet them and mingle with them comes in and sits down and has a conversation, so you know that you're in good hands, as we know you're going to be. Like I said, very excited. So things will move on as they always do, and we also have a lot of new things coming down the pipe, and the award ceremony coming up, which we're so excited about. We have a lot of great things happening and fun stuff happening with that, and that's March 29th. So, again, Gary, I think Gary's listening, and you know how I feel about you. You're going to be truly missed, but wish you all the luck in the world with your new adventure, and I know you're going to kill it, and I will be having a beer with you soon.
Well, thank you very much, Tina. And for sake of time, I know a couple people. By the way, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to press 0. I would be happy to answer any questions. And of course, Tina, will you stay on though, Tina? Just I'm gonna to shut you off from this, but if you don't mind pressing 0 again, just in case if I need to put you back on, if someone has a question for you, okay?
Absolutely.
I'm going to now allow for, let's see here, Stacy, are you there? Let's see. Stacy, get ready. Here we go.
Hi, how are you?
Well, congratulations, back to your DB role. How do you feel about that whole thing?
I'm excited, of course, and I never really wanted to leave that position. I love being a designated broker. I love helping all of our agents anytime. So I kind of missed it, but Gary's going to be very missed. He's a great guy, and we wish him a lot of luck and everything that he does, and we're here to support him. We hope that he stays on with DeLex. I know he's listening, and I would really appreciate if he would. I mean, people love him and still need to be with him. But I'm super excited to get on board and start helping the agents again, and we're always here for them. Slava and I both are. Like Tina said, we were venturing out to the Mesa office, Monday through Thursday, and be out there and come in and say hi. We'd like to meet you if we haven't already met you. I'm sure most agents we've talked to on the phone quite a bit, but we'd love to meet you in person. And we're here to help with anything. You guys have our cell phone numbers, my cell phone number. The same thing applies. It's been great service. We're always going to be here for you.
Well, I want to tell everybody, too, if I can speak on Stacy's behalf, when Stacy came into DeLex, I have to tell everybody that I went through a very extensive, thorough, I'm not exaggerating when I said I interviewed probably 40 to 50 people, and I fell in love with Stacy, and I have to tell you, from a designated broker position, she was at that point in her career, and she still is at that point in her career, where I felt like she was the most capable person that I could come across in Arizona to be our designated broker. So I must say that from the standpoint with her coming back into this role, frankly, I feel very, very confident and very comfortable with Stacy. She was with me personally with DeLex before the merge happened. So I just want to make sure everybody's aware. Stacy is unbelievable in terms of making sure that if there's a situation, she unwinds it from a practical standpoint. She's very good at that. And I work with her directly all the time. So the fact of the matter is, it's just from a support standpoint, just so everybody knows, if there's a situation and you have a question or there's a problem, I promise you the support system you have in place is not going to change. It's just going to get better. Of course, our attorney at hand, of course, is Lipson Nielsen. We have, of course, all the support system that we have in place for you guys. I just don't want anybody to get the impression that we're not going to do anything but provide you with maximum support. Because that's ultimately what our primary job is as a brokerage, is to make sure you have what you need in terms of broker support, right? We all know that. But the thing is, last thing I'm going to say about this is this. Well, Stacy, I think you can attest to this as well, okay? I'm not going to get into all that. I'm not going to go on one of those tangents. Thank you very much, Stacy, for everything you do. If you guys, by the way,
everybody knows we're here for them, and that's the most important thing, no matter what.
Well, I was going to tell everybody too that there's new people that are going to be coming into the corporate structure too. So it's growing. The company's growing. Things are good things. There's good things happening. So, all right,
there's
that's enough.
Lots of new things happening all the time with you, Daniel. So it's always these agents should always get on this call because there's new things happening all the time. So it's very exciting.
Well, a lot of them are. So thank you, Stacy, very much. Of course, I'm gonna disallow you to speak. Here it goes. Boom, boom.
Great.
Well, I just look at that. Hey, but let me ask you guys a question. How do you feel about this? Go ahead. If you feel good about this, if you feel, this is what I want you to do. Tell me how you feel about this by saying, press 1 if you feel great about this, press 2 if you feel okay about this, and press 3 if you feel terrible about this. And you're like, man, I hate your guts, Danny. It's like, my God, every time you talk, things are changing. All right. Okay. Now be nice, everybody. I know listen, I got to tell you, from the standpoint of working with Gary for the last year, really, he's a great guy. I can't say bad things about him. And I wish I could. When people decide to do something and as a company, when things change, you always want things to be drama filled, but it's just not with Gary. I hope the best for him, and I'm sure he's going to do great things. And I know that a lot of you have a relationship with Gary. So, either way, thank you very much for answering the question. Again, how do you feel about this? Press 1 if it's great, press 2 if it's okay, and press 3 if it's bad, man. Like Danny, it's bad. is a bad deal. Well, I'm going to leave that going for just a minute. Thank you very much. By the way, I think I have another caller here. Who's this caller here? This is Terry Day. Terry Day, baby. There we go. Terry, what do you have to say about this whole situation, man? You've seen all the changes that I've go through.
Look, I guess I've been in a lot of big corporations, and they always say if you like the way it is, you're probably in the wrong company because it's always going to be changing. And it doesn't have to be bad. It can always be very good. I think, I was very glad when you hired Stacy a long time ago because Stacy, I thought, had great competence as a broker. I could ask questions. I got good answers back, good feedback. She's not afraid to tell me what her thoughts. Gary, I thought was okay. He did a good job. He had good answers. I guess it's, to me, as an agent, your goal should be grinding it out and making sure there's somebody competent that can answer your questions when something happens. And I guess I always feel good about this company because I know there's people that are not brokers that are really good with the business. We've got a lot of top performers here that understand different situations in real estate as well as brokers, and there's different places to go for good answers. So all I know is I generated 200 leads in the last 10 days to 20 days.
Oh my God! Here, this was supposed to be an announcement call for the and it automatically turns into
I'm just sorry.
So wait a second.
Sales business, it's all about lead gen, selling things, all that stuff. So
I know all about it, man. So Terry, by the way, you posted on Back Agent and you said to everybody, you said, "Listen, I've got leads, I need help," and you've got agents reaching out to you. So you're still looking for agents, right, to help you with leads because you've got a lot of leads. And by the way, if you're on this call, if you would like to talk, you can press 0, and I will put you on, and you can talk to everybody. So feel free to press 0 if you'd like to say anything. But if someone wants to reach you for leads, how do they do that?
So they can just call me or email me. It's better to email me. And honestly, I tell you, I'm a little bit different in my approach on this. People do contact me and they go, "Hey, I want leads." Well, that's not what I'm looking for. I know in this business that this business takes a lot to learn it and grow it and stuff like that. And I'm going to put you through a process. I want to make sure we're both going to win because if you're not going to win, I don't want to put you on my team. And if I'm not going to win, I'm not going to put you on my team. It's got to be a win-win. So what I mean is some folks call me and they really want to do it. And I know they have their heart in the right place, but they need to get some skills developed. And I'm going to share with them how to develop some of those skills. Because I know that as busy as I am, there's certain things I don't have time to do on a day-to-day operation. I've got a lot of people I talk to every day, so I got to make sure I'm helping everybody. But everybody should be doing what they can to grow themselves where they can. I can provide a lot of stuff, but sometimes I can't do everything. I can just give a little general guidance and kind of check back with anything. But once they tell me and we know that they're a good fit, then I'm going to ask them to go through a small MLS test. I know it sounds trivial, and there's plenty of people that are experienced in real estate and go, "Terry, that's trivial. It's a waste of my time. I know all about the MLS." And I get it. But, my feeling has been that, look, a lot of agents complain Zillow's horrible service. It takes away stuff, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? When a client can go on Zillow and find a listing in a home that they like faster than you can on the MLS, the most powerful database that we have with homes, then you've got to learn it better. And there's so much stuff to learn on that system. And I know when I started this business, nobody taught me how to do it. I got in there. I grinded it out every single day, learning new things. I looked for videos on YouTube. I looked for everything just to learn that system. And I started here 5 years ago with 3 leads in my database, and they were old leads. So I had to grow this thing, man. I had to put everything in. So it was always about being creative and the marketing aspect and being creative as far as getting people to talk to and then finding houses and being creative with finding ways to find it. So I'm going to put you through a test there. And the reason I have that is because I want to gauge where you're at. I want to gauge that you're willing to try. You send me stuff in an organized way that you know what you're doing. Because honestly, the next step is that I'm going to start giving you leads, and they're going to come out of my pond. The pond are not fresh leads. And this is just traditional sales stuff. I don't want you to fail, and you have to learn to figure out what you want. In fact, I'll tell you, Daniel, when I started in this business, I made a flyer, and I went door knocking for 2 weeks. And the reason I did it, it was to find out what I could sell and find out how I can get my ass kicked and lose and see what I need to do to get better. I wanted to go fail and win, and the only way to do it is get in front of people. And I'll tell you what, I got 3 listings in 2 weeks when I was a brand new rookie back in 2005. And you know the crazy thing? I missed 5 listings. And the reason I did it, I answered questions wrong. And I learned what I did wrong. And the next time around, I knew better and I did better. So I'm just saying, you've got to get yourself in front of people and you've got to practice. So some of these older leads, man, I'll tell you what, I made $6,000 about a month ago off of these older leads that are dormant sitting on my system. And I got a lead today. She's in front of my lender talking to my lender. And you know what happened? She contacted me about 2 weeks ago, and she wanted me to text her back information. Well, as a salesman, I can't sell you if I'm texting you. So I want to get her on the phone. And she got mad at me and said, stop bothering me. So I waited about 2 weeks. I called her on the phone. Yesterday we talked. She got in front of my lender today. She's going to come out here in the next couple of weeks, and she's going to buy a house. And she likes me now. You just got to keep in the fight.
Terry,
but
listen,
you got to get in there.
Listen,
and then I got new leads coming in every day.
You're an acquired taste, all right? That's all it is, buddy. Don't ever taste.
I'm sorry, man.
Ever. Listen, but Terry,
I just like seeing people make money.
Well, that's the thing, guys. The reason I really like when Terry gets on and talks to everybody is because I want you guys to know that Terry is there's a group of agents in this brokerage that need help.
I'm restraining my leads right now because I need more good people. And if I get more good people, I'm going to turn the heat on. But I need more people.
All right. You guys listen, I'm telling you, take them up on the offer. If you're out there and you're struggling for business and you want to help and you need to get a path and a business plan right, call the man up. He's ready for you. Terry, thank you very much for everything, man. Thank you very much.
Have a great day, guys.
I love Terry Day. Okay, let's see here. We got some other callers. Wendy Hurst. Wendy, you are live.
Hi.
Wendy, do you think I'd make a good DJ for like a radio show? Do you think that maybe I missed my calling a little bit?
No, we need you working at DeLex. You can't leave.
That's true.
So I wanted to thank Gary for just being incredible. I really had a lovely experience working with him, and Gary knows that. I think he's great, and I'm really excited for Stacy because Stacy's been there since the beginning, and I absolutely adore her, and she's in tremendous support. So, but I really wish Gary all the best, and I'm going to continue to hound you, Gary. Just wanted you to know that. That will not end. And I wanted to just add a word about Terry because I have learned so much from Terry. He's a really good person. He is just such a wealth of knowledge, and anyone at DeLex would be lucky to be on his team. And I really say that with all seriousness. It's just like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So Terry is a master of sales, of people, of the MLS, of Monsoon. It's never ending. He's like this tech wizard, and he's really nice and ethical, and just he's a great person.
Well, I'm really happy that you said that because I think a lot of times because Terry, gets on these calls and he's so good at self-promotion. He's a great promoter. He's a great marketer. I mean, I really don't think people really appreciate the level that he really is. I mean, and the amount of sales. I mean, he's done it. I mean, he's climbed all the way up to really high heights. So, I appreciate you saying that though, because, and by the way, Wendy, just so everybody knows, let's face the facts. Wendy herself isn't, you're doing okay, Wendy. Let's not be too humble here. You're okay yourself. As a matter of fact, I hear that there might be an award for you coming up in March as well. So there may be something happening for you there. I don't know.
Well, it's only because I have tremendous support.
I wasn't supposed to say that, I don't think.
It's the support of this unbelievable company, really. Slava has been an angel since the day I met her. She's really the reason I'm even standing here.
Well,
I just have tremendous support of the brokerage.
We are very thankful to have you, very, very much, and thank you very much for taking the time and thank you for speaking in front of me. Any last words?
No, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, Wendy, thank you very much. Okay, let's see here. We have, let's see here. Taylor. Oh, okay, here we go. What a pleasant surprise.
It's not Taylor. It's Dana.
Oh my gosh, it's Dana. Dana, what kind of hat trick is that?
I thought I would fool you, but I actually missed my call when you rang to me. My phone was on silent, so I caught on to Taylor's.
Well, what do you think about all these changes? Were you one of the ones that put bad? By the way, not very. Only a few put bad, so only a couple did. awesome.
No,
But
I never put blood.
I know.
I would never do that. I love DeLex. I love being a preferred partner for DeLex.
Why don't you talk about that for just a second? Your preferred partner status with Great American Title.
Well, I am Dana Matthews with Great American Title. That's what I always have to say. But I offer all of my services to the agents to grow their business, to become Terry Days and Wendy Hurst. And I work closely with Slava and Stacy in helping bring new things to the company that you guys need. And I'm just here to help. So I hope everybody will give Great American a shot on their next transaction.
I kind of guided your conversation. Did you want to say anything else other than that? I mean, was there anything else that you wanted to say? Because I kind of cut you off.
No, I didn't have anything else to say except for maybe I'll get some kind of special award at the awards thing. What do you think?
It's possible. Anything's possible. If you press 0 and you talk this evening, you may get an award at the awards banquet. Let's just put it like that.
There you go. That works. I'm just excited to be able to start the new year with everybody, and hopefully everybody will call me if they need help with marketing. We just did a class or two this week. We did the luxury meeting. I did visual shows class. I'm just really excited to bring stuff to the company. And then next month we have the professional development class, workshop, whatever you want to call it, going on in Mesa. So everybody should join us.
Well, for all you agents out there, I will tell you, you guys had that luxury meeting. It was amazing to see the turnouts of that luxury meeting. It was awesome to see you there, Great American Title there, seeing Homebridge, seeing Ross from Homebridge. By the way, Ross Murray, if you guys, great guy. I mean, seriously, this guy is a stud. Homebridge. And then Nova was there. Nova is a monster, as you guys know. By the way, if you work with anybody from Nova, you can maintain, there's no, so you've got Nova to work with, you've got Homebridge with Ross to work with, and you've got Great American Title at this point, and there's more partners coming online. And I want to just say thank you to our partners out there because they have been phenomenal to our company. Great American Title is second to none in that regard. So thank you, of course, for everything.
Thanks, Daniel.
Well, I kind of feel like I got gypped though because Taylor didn't. It wasn't Taylor, so
Well,
I don't.
Taylor's busy right now.
All right.
Actually, she's going to shoot in Tucson next week for the spring selection match for the World Cup.
No, yeah,
so,
she's unbelievable high caliber. What is she ranked in the nation? She's got to be like extremely high ranked, right?
She's like 5 right now, 5th.
Number 5 5th in the nation for shooting. So don't mess with Taylor. Don't.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so,
all right. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Thank you for the. Yeah, it's really cool actually. But thank you everybody very much. Okay, let's see here. We have Tara Cook. Tara Cook, everybody. Here we go. Tara, you are live.
Hi, it's Tara. So I was just wondering, what was the most successful morning routine that you have found to help with the work-life balance? And my second question is what is your favorite podcast to get you going and get you motivated and get you thinking about real estate?
Oh, so your first question you asked was what I want to make sure because the connection's a little fuzzy. So I want to make sure that I heard you correctly because I think you first asked what things have I done to strike a balance? Is that right? Like a work balance?
There?
You still there?
Hello? Oh, I'm here. Yay. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what happened.
That's okay.
I think it was my Bluetooth. So my question is what have you found to be the best morning routine for the work-life balance? And then also, what is your favorite podcast that gets you really motivated and thinking about real estate and other things alike?
Okay, so I'll tell you from me personally that I fluctuate a lot with work life type of stuff because it's so challenging at times because of the fact that our work and our personal life and everything is kind of combined into one. So I am definitely not the proper person to speak to in terms of proper work-life balance, because I think I do a good job, but I will tell you that I'm by no means very good at a balance. I am, unfortunately for me and my family and for everybody involved, work is kind of my hobby, and I find myself getting into more businesses and more things, and it's just kind of my nature. And I think, unfortunately for me, that it may lead to maybe not so longevity of a life, maybe either. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not saying, but no, honestly,
you're
like,
a workhorse for sure, right?
You know, that's it. Yeah, I like to work. And the trouble for me, when I wake up in the morning, you know, I get in front of my computer and I drink my coffee, and that's literally what I do from that time until all day long. And again, I am definitely not. There's some really good people out there that are great at work-life balance, and they've done remarkable things. But for me, I'm definitely not a good example. I'm a poor example. So at least I'm honest to you. At least I have some honesty.
Yeah,
as far
worries.
As what I like to, I'm bad. It's true. It's
downloaded the Miracle Morning, and I just started that. And I know that, you know, everyone kind of has their variation of what they do as their morning ritual, if you will. And I was just trying to find out. And if anyone who's listening out there has just this stellar morning routine that you just have it dialed in, I'd love to hear about it. If you could post in the DeLex community group, that would be awesome. Just because that is something that I'm struggling with, something that I'm trying to perfect or at least get dialed in this year, if you will. So, like I said, I downloaded the Miracle Morning. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that, but one of the things that I committed to is reading a new book, or, you know, I'm super ADD, so I listen to audiobooks.
Sure, same here.
Yeah, listening to at least 2 new audiobooks a month, and that's on the list for this month. So I'd love to hear everyone's morning routines and in terms of what they do and how they handle prospecting.
Well, yes, that's a great call. Anybody that has anything out there, please post it for Tara, who's trying to fix it so she doesn't end up like me, that, you know, has no life. You know, no, I'm kidding.
Like that's exactly how it gets going. Like, I wake up and it's like 0 to 100. It's like boom. Then all of a sudden I'm 100 miles per hour all day long. And, you know, I realized that kind of taking a step back and journaling or listening to a motivational podcast or different things like that could really kind of set a better tone instead of being so chaotic. And that's basically the number one motivation right now.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm a huge reader, though. I spend a lot of time doing research and reading and like listening to podcasts and YouTube, and I'm literally constantly taking in information. I personally have read everything from I can't even. I went through a couple of years stint where I spent a lot of time on an airplane. So I one year I read like about 80 or 90 books, and then a couple of years I spent time just reading one book that I really fell in love with, and I read it over and over and over again. I'm pretty big with. I like marketing books and those type of things because obviously, like, I think everything boils down to marketing and communication. So I would recommend. You know what I'll do for this is I'll be a little bit more detailed. I'll put this on a post on Back Agent because it is a good question. But I will tell you one book overall, and this goes for everybody. You know, I had a struggle with this for a long time, but I said to myself one day, I said, I want to read the entire Bible because every world religion that's out there, I spent time learning about every world religion out there, but I wanted to read the Bible because it was like, I just wanted to know what was in there. And I will tell everybody out there, what a remarkable experience. If you have not done that, just because I don't care what your religious connotation is, okay? I don't care if you're an atheist or Christian, or I don't care who you are. Just if you pick up a New King James version of the Bible and read that sucker, and you read it like just as a non-biased person, and you read it, it's the wisdom that's in that book is so unbelievable. I've had actually a hard time going back to anything else after I read through it. I got through it for the first time a couple of years ago. But anyways, I'll tell you that that's my strongest recommendation to anybody because you should know what's in that book. I tell you what, just from me to you. from me to everybody. I guess it's me, not just Tara, because it's not just Tara on the line. Tara and I are talking, and other people are listening. So there you have it.
No, for sure. And like, the second part of my question is do you know of any real estate based podcasts that you just really love and enjoy that are informative, and it's a good 10 to 15 minutes a day that keeps you honed in thinking about real estate, being up to date on market trends and whatnot? Do you have any real estate podcasts that you love?
I find myself being a little bit, I think, too biased to give a recommendation for anybody local. There's a couple of national that I like. Anybody local, I'm not really a big fan of, because most of them, I sold a lot more real estate than them, or I did a lot more, so I have a hard time listening to. And I'm being very brutally honest with you.
Right.
I find a lot of the local people, what they do is they develop a podcast or something in regards to like trying to promote their brokerage, and they kind of do it in a way that's like, they're trying to hide their hidden agenda, which is they want to promote themselves and their brokerage. So they kind of just regurgitate stuff. And I say that with all due respect. I don't fault them for their efforts. It's not that. I mean, more power to them. I hope they do as good as they want. It's not that. It's just I don't find much really good things from them. Nationally, there's a couple that I like. Oh my gosh, I do catch them when I'll put that in Back Agent as well, because there is a couple guys. Okay. They're mortgage guys. They're mortgage guys. You guys probably know who they are. I'm sure you guys have come across them, but they're two mortgage guys. They're a national team. They have a pretty cool podcast that they put out there. I do like to catch them.
Is that the brothers one?
I might be. I
did listen to a brothers one today, and I would say that it really was pretty great. And I'll put that one on Back Agent as well. I would say it was pretty to the point. It had some good nuggets of knowledge, and it was kind of just like those little cards or little things that will give you a motivational quote for the day or whatever. Well, it's kind of like that, but a little bit more of an extended 10, 15-minute version. And I really liked it. It was, I think the topic today was how to stand out as a listing agent ahead of your competitors. And this one is a national podcast, which I like also, just because, like you said, like the local one, it's our market is very concentrated, and I think that the local ones are just kind of Arizona specific. So it's kind of nice to hear something on a national level that opens your perspective in a little bit, and it's some kind of like fresh material, if you will. Just kind of a different side of things to incorporate into your own brand and style. So I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it.
You know what, though? You did remind me of the best guy here locally that I really like to listen to, of course, is Michael Orr. Michael Orr is, and it's O-R-R, first name Michael. Anytime Michael Orr speaks, he should be listened to about real estate. That guy he is the man when it comes to stats. I mean, he's the guy.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tara. Thank you very much. Why doesn't everybody else ask me great questions like that? I know you guys are curious about stuff. Don't you want to hear it? Don't you want to hear all the details, the juicy details that I have? I could talk drama, but hey, thank you guys. No, I don't want to take much time more of your guys' time. Thank you for listening this evening, and again, thank you to Gary for everything. Nothing but mutual respect, I hope, and of course, I think the world of you. So good luck to you. Thank you, Stacy. Of course, welcome back to that designated broker role that you've wanted. Go get them. So you guys have a great evening. Thank you, everybody.